Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Dr. Garland, will you lead us in the flag salute?
Good evening. Yes, Madam President. Everyone, please stand. Place your right hand over your heart and begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Dr. Garland. At this time, I'd like to see who is present. Ms. Magaña? Ms. Magaña? Dr. Garland, my laptop has been glitching. Am I freezing or can you hear me okay?
I can hear you okay.
Okay, perfect. I'll come back to Ms. Magaña. Ms. Gutierrez?
Present.
Mr. Ramirez?
Present.
Ms. Cabrera?
Present.
Ms. Magaña? Okay, I see her logged on, but I do not hear her. I am present as well. Legal counsel. Can you please make a comment regarding public comment?
Yes, thank you, President Uribe. With regards to public comment, for members of the public who may wish to provide public comment in real time during tonight's meeting, we direct you to the instructions under item 4 on tonight's agenda. Please ensure to provide public comment at the designated time for public comment by either dialing 323-887-7900, extension 2494, or by clicking the raise hand button on the Zoom application, or dial *9 to raise your hand from a phone. If members of the public dial in telephonically and the line is busy or goes straight to voicemail, please hang up and try again. We may wait a little bit in case some members of the public have lag time to try to get in either telephonically or Zoom application, but please know that we're making this announcement now so that when we do come to item number 4 for public comment, you either designate or you have the time to either call in or to situate yourself in the Zoom application to raise your hand. Public speakers may choose but need not identify themselves to the Board of Education. However, if any follow-ups may be required, providing contact information is encouraged. Accordingly, members of the public should be prepared to identify themselves, provide contact information, and the agenda matter they wish to address. Further, the board may limit the overall time of public comment to no more than 30 minutes or limit the time per speaker to 1 minute for purposes of efficiency to ensure the district can carry on with its business as agendized. Again, for further directions and information for providing public comment in real time, please refer to item number 4 on tonight's agenda.
Thank you, Ms. Copado. Dr. Garland, actually, we did roll call and I do see Ms. Magaña here, so I just wanted to make sure that that's recorded. Dr. Garland, are there any modifications to this evening's agenda?
Yes, ma'am. Item 7D and 9A5 were revised. Copies have been provided to you and copies have been uploaded to the website for the public. Item 9A8 was pulled from the agenda.
Thank you, Dr. Garland. Ms. Copado, do you have any amendments to this evening's agenda?
President Rivera, yes, we do. Pursuant to Government Code Section 54954.2, subsection B, subsection 2, staff and legal counsel are recommending amending the agenda to add item A5 in the closed session agenda as a subsequent need item relating to existing litigation of Time Community Education versus Montebello Unified School District, LA Superior Court Case number 21 STCP 01780 pursuant to Government Code Section 54954.2, subsection B, subsection 2. This is a subsequent need item in that information came to the district's attention after the agenda for tonight's board meeting was posted, and there is a need for the board to take immediate action to ensure compliance is met with statutory guidelines relating to Prop 39, as well as current court briefing deadlines in the pending litigation. We will need a 2/3 vote of the board members being present, or if less than 2/3 of the board members being present, we will need a unanimous vote of the members being present to make this amendment to the agenda.
Thank you, Ms. Copado. I move to approve this evening's agenda with the modifications as indicated by Dr. Garland and Ms. Copado. May I have a second?
Second.
Not sure if that was Ms. Cabrera or Mr. Ramirez.
Cabrera.
Thank you. Roll call vote, Ms. Magaña,
Aye.
Ms. Gutierrez,
Aye.
Mr. Ramirez,
Aye.
Ms. Cabrera,
Aye.
and an aye for me as well. That motion is carried. At this time, I'd like to call on Mr. Bill McGuire for legal comments.
Thank you very much. We're very happy with the work that's been going on with the district and the interim superintendent filling the vacant positions. Great work moving forward, and the actions that you have on your meeting tonight will again move forward in filling the interim positions, and really look forward to all of those being resolved in the near future.
Thank you, Mr. McGuire. At this time, we're going to move on to our public comment. Ms. Copado, do we have any written public comments?
We did not receive any prior written comments for tonight's meeting. Dr. Ewan, do we have any other public comment that either came telephonically or that people have been calling in to provide live comment?
Yes, we have 3 who called in from the 6 to 6:15 timeframe. So I can start with that. And then after that, we can open up the lines and the Zoom for any live comments. All right, so I'll start with the first one. Sonia Socio Valencia calling to talk about the wiping down of desks in addition to other items. Okay, go ahead. You have 3 minutes.
Hello.
Okay, go ahead. You have 3 minutes.
Can I wasn't ready.
Oh, go ahead. I'll start when you say your first word.
Good evening. I would like to address the hiring at Sequoia Law Firm by the Personnel Commission. The agreement was signed in March 2020. Why is it just now coming to board for approval? Why did we hire more lawyers this summer between July 2021 to present for $50K to represent former members of the board? Why continue to pay Oliveras Madruga for years of old cases that should have been settled already? How many lawyers are needed on our payroll? This is a waste of money. I see several stipends paid for teachers for work not being done. This school year, the marching band, stage crews, drill team, I also see a lot of overtime for everyone. We must have a lot of money, yet classrooms are not being disinfected and sanitized. Wipes have been removed. MUSD has 2 HABIT technicians for the whole district. Future needs will be contracted instead of hiring classified employees. It's never good to contract out in a closed shop environment position. Get eliminated where the CFDA, I don't see why the CFDA is an outrage. The Personnel Commission has determined that the provisional appointee for over 2 years, interim assistant superintendent of business services to be unqualified, yet he's being promoted to CFO, a position created for Mr. Powell with a higher salary. Where's the classified requirement flyer for the CFO? A new classified position has been created for Dan Garcia, Director of Security, former school police chief. Why is it we have less children now enrolled and have more positions we're inventing? This needs to stop. And we need accountability for all the money that's being spent. Why are we paying for teachers to attend transitional ceremonies? It's every year. This is ridiculous. We have better things to be spending our monies on for the children. They need more school supplies. Teachers need more supplies in their classroom. They're still paying out of pocket, asking the kids to bring tissue for their runny noses. And yet the district has enough money to pay for this instead of pilfering it and spending on all these invented positions. I thank you, the board, very much. And thank you, President and school board and the interim superintendent. Thank you very much.
All right, next we have Jessica Zawal calling about some concerns.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. You have 3 minutes.
All right. Good evening, Board President Uribe, School Board, Interim Superintendent Scrivana, and MUSD community. I would first like to thank the Interim Superintendent Scrivana for hiring the power wash company to clean the gum at MHS. Hopefully we can get this done for other schools as well. Our goal is to have students graduate college and career ready. Our mission statement is empowering students to achieve excellence as model citizens. Part of being a model citizen is meeting your deadlines. 85% of our students at MUSD are Title I. They qualify for federal and state financial aid if they want to go to college. Did you know that the deadline to upload all the non-Social Security Cal Grant GPA for all the seniors in the district was October 1st? Has the district done this? Wouldn't you agree we should help our students with the state financial aid process to ensure it's available to our students, some of the neediest in the state? Shouldn't this be a priority? But as of today, it has not been done, 20 days past the deadline. Transcripts should be accessible with the current and correct information. Are they? Our district's failure to get things done should not be the barrier that keeps our students from getting into college and or affording it. Board members, use your power. Let's not fail our kids. Let's make sure their transcripts are in order and that they have access to the financial aid they qualify for so that they can afford college. Perhaps the Cal Grants help your educational journey. Let's make sure we help theirs. I hope you agree with me. This is not acceptable. Our students need you to advocate for them. Combos, we still have them. We shouldn't have them. We should not have them in our dual immersion program. You are awarded for the Independent Studies program for dual. Let's be award-winning with our in-person program as well. Again, use your power, your voice, and do right by our kids. I checked with the combo teachers. They have not heard from the district on how the district will support their students. I asked last time, please do not leave it as the sole responsibility of the teachers to manage 2 curriculums, 2 age groups, and in some cases, 2 languages after a pandemic. You were given the money to support our students. Other districts committed to no combos. Let's do the same. Please use your voice, your power, your advocacy to do right for our students. Stop stacking classrooms, lower class size. Make this a priority. Our kids, guess what? They need water across the district. Clean water should be accessible. Will we be getting water filtration stations in our schools? They are needed ASAP. Lastly, pay. Last board meeting, admin received a heroes pay bonus. They received payment in 1 week. Show certificated and classified the same respect. People should not be waiting months or a year for a payment on work they have done. You showed the community you can get this done in a timely manner. Let's review our systems
All
and
right.
get current.
Thank
Same for
you.
Our
That
vendors.
was 3
Our
minutes.
vendors should
Thank
be
you.
also paid in a time.
All right, next we have Marina Martinez Smith calling about cleaning classrooms, late pay, and air purifiers. All right, go ahead. You have 3 minutes.
Good evening, everyone. Firstly, I want to thank you for having our 1/6, our per diem paid at the time that was stated. I appreciate that very much, and the teachers on our campus do as well. I'm Marina Martinez Smith from Sure High School. I also want to say that we have a great need for custodians on our campus. Since they clean the campus and our classrooms have not been cleaned again. We take out our trash, we sweep up our room because our custodians are understaffed. And, you know, we were told that we were going to have additional custodians sent to our campus, and we still haven't. And so as a result, our classrooms are not being cleaned. Thank you so much. I just hope that we can get more custodians and we can get competitive pay like the surrounding districts, and be in compliance with the MOU. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a good evening.
All right, that concludes the public comments who called in during the 6 to 6:15 timeframe. I guess we can wait a little bit for any live direct call-ins and anybody on the audience in Zoom who wishes to comment by raising their hand or dialing *9 if they're on the phone. Jonathan, I see a Mrs. Quintero raising a hand.
Yeah, he's allowed to talk now.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Executive Board of Montebello Unified and Dr. Scavarna, and everyone present. I'm here representing some of the teachers that are very concerned about the sanitizing or lack of sanitizing at our schools. We're fortunate we have the staff at LMI that does that, but there are schools that are dealing with roaches, that are dealing with their trash not being collected, and it's just not right. I heard yesterday that we are no longer as teachers going to be provided with the wipes, the sanitizing wipes, and that is very concerning because now it's dipping into our own money that we have to provide those wipes for our students, and I don't think that's right. You were giving the money for federal monies to help us with the sanitizing in our classrooms. Our classrooms are not being sprayed like the way we thought they were going to be sprayed with the sanitizing solutions that were there. The other thing I want to bring up is the unpaid assignments that teachers have not received for doing work months ago. And I just don't think it's right that there are monies and that there are these structures and barriers in place to not pay teachers for the work that they've done. Many of us have had to call and ask payroll for assistance, and thankfully some of us have gotten through, but we have not gotten payment. Everything is stuck in the bureaucracy of who's overseeing our payment. And I just call on LACO to please look at the structures you have in place and how they're failing to provide the need of paid assignments on time. This is not right. You wouldn't want to work and not get paid within an adequate time frame. And lastly, I think that's really detrimental to our students because now teachers are not participating in all these trainings that may be offered to them because they don't want to be dealing with chasing after unpaid assignments. So I ask that you look at the structures you have in place, hire more people in payroll. They need help. hire more people to help the sanitizing issues at our school sites. And last comment is, thank you so much for the advocacy you did to help LMI and the HVAC system. I know Washington and other schools are still dealing with the HVAC system situations, and we're in the middle of a pandemic. And if there's no air circulation and no sanitizing, it's not a good setting or a good work environment for anyone or for the children to learn in that environment. Thank you for your time.
There's no live phone calls on my end, and I don't see any hands raised in the attendees.
Thank you, Dr. Yuan. Okay, seeing no more public comment, at this time, we'll move on to our consent agenda. Are there any items to be pulled for further discussion and or action? Okay, hearing none, I would like to pull 9B9. Do I have a motion and a second for approval of the consent agenda with the modifications as indicated?
Motion.
I'll second that. Roll call vote. Ms. Magaña?
Aye.
Ms. Gutierrez?
Aye.
Mr. Ramirez?
Aye.
Ms. Cabrera?
Aye.
And an aye for me as well. That motion is carried. In regard to item 9B9, I will be voting no, so I just want to state that. And we can now do a roll call vote. Ms. Magaña?
Can I get some more clarification as to this agreement for general and specialized legal services with Tafoya?
Legal counsel, this is Mark. You want me to answer that?
Yes, please, and I can supplement if necessary.
This question again, Board Member Magaña? Sorry.
I would just like more clarification as to the agreement for general and specialized legal services with Tafoya Law Group.
This is the Personnel Commission's law group that they've used when they were putting together the issues that they had with the district on what they believed was the Personnel Commission's authority and the district's authority. It seems to be that they're coming to the closure of that, and I thought it was appropriate. That came to us initially quite a bit higher number, and I thought that the majority of this work has already been done, and that I believed that we had a responsibility to pay this. Legal counsel, any different thoughts on that?
If only I can add that based on what Dr. Scavarna indicated, was that it appears that the amounts to be approved are for pending invoices. The majority of the legal services that have been provided seems to have stemmed from the PC versus MUSD case. And in relation to that, so because there was a conflict between the two entities at that point, it was appropriate for the PC to have their counsel. However, as Dr. Scavarna indicated, since that matter has come to a closure, it would be our office as general counsel that if in the future we do identify a conflict, that a special counsel can be designated. But from my understanding, the amounts are for the payment of pending invoices.
Yes, and we kind of all caught the tail end of this, but I believe that that this is for invoices that have already been handled, and I believe that the Personnel Commission and the district is working closer together to minimize these type of costs in the future.
Thank you.
And I actually held this invoice for the last 90 days, making sure we'd had our research done on it correctly.
Thank you so much for the clarification.
Thank you.
Yes.
Ms. Gutierrez.
Aye.
Mr. Ramirez,
Aye.
Ms. Cabrera.
Aye.
And a no for me, that motion is carried. At this time, we're going to move on to our Board of Education member reports, and then we'll begin with Ms. Magaña.
Hello, everyone. What I have to report is I had the honor to attend the Montebello Parade. They turned 101, so congratulations to the city of Montebello. That was quite a treat. Montebello High School participated. Our school bus participated, our bus driver. So it was quite a treat. It was really nice. Thank you so much for the invitation. I also had the opportunity to attend the Shore High School homecoming game. That was quite lovely. We got to see a lot of participation. They lit it up with this neon. They lit up the stands with this like neon pink, which was gorgeous. So congratulations to everyone that won on the Royal Court. And Montebello High School, I was able to attend Montebello High School homecoming as well. So that was great. Congratulations to everyone that won, and thank you to all the staff and the principals for a job well done. Thank you.
Ms. Gutierrez.
I have no report, but I also see a hand up. I'm not sure what that is for.
I think they just lowered it. It may have been an accident. Interpreter 1. Yeah, it may have been an accident. Mr. Ramirez.
No report.
Ms. Cabrera.
Buenas noches, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. No report from me.
Thank you. And for me, just want to wish everyone a really good evening. Just for our students and your staff that are watching this evening, just keep up the amazing work that you're doing. Being able to visit some of the acceleration learning labs this week was just wonderful to see the progress that's being made from students who've been just facing so many challenges and traumas, you know, and just to see that they're resilient and that they're progressing and they're excited. And it's just beautiful to see to the staff that's working with these students. Just thank you for your dedication and that genuine passion, because if it wasn't for you, these students wouldn't have the bright future that they will have. So thank you to everyone. God bless you. Have a very good evening. And that is the end of my board member report. And at this time, I would like to move to recess into closed session. May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call vote. Ms. Magaña.
Aye.
Ms. Gutierrez.
Aye.
Mr. Ramirez.
Aye.
Ms. Cabrera.
Aye.
And an aye for me as well. That motion is carried.
President Uribe,
Yes.
if I may, I apologize for interrupting. On the item of 9B9, the matter that was pulled, although there was a roll call vote, it does not appear that we had a motion and a second to approve the item. So can we please recall that matter?
Yes. Is there a motion and a second for 9B9?
Motion to move 9B9.
Second.
Roll call vote. Ms. Magaña.
Aye.
Ms. Gutierrez.
Aye.
Mr. Ramirez.
Aye.
Ms. Cabrera.
Aye.
And a no for me. That motion is carried. Thank you, legal counsel. Okay, it is now 8:06 and I would like to reconvene this meeting. At this time, I'd like to see who is present. Ms. Magaña,
Present.
Ms. Gutierrez,
Present.
Mr. Ramirez,
Present.
Ms. Cabrera,
Present.
and I am present as well. Ms. Copado, can you please provide the closed session report out?
Yes, thank you, President Uribe. We convened into closed session and commenced closed session discussions at 6:33 p.m. Present were Vice President Gutierrez, Board Clerk Ramirez, Board Member Cabrera, Board Member Magaña, President Uribe, General Counsel Copado, Dr. Scavarna, Dr. Ewan, Dr. Garland, Mr. Ellingson, Ms. Hakobian, Mr. McGuire, as well as Deputy General Counsel Eric Salbert. At approximately 6:35, all members of the Executive Cabinet exited closed session. As to item A1 in the closed session agenda, I provided a briefing and an update to members of the board by motion and by a 5-0 vote. Motion was carried to approve the final settlement agreement. A copy of the agreement can be found with risk management. No further action was taken, nothing further to report on this item. As to item number 2, I provided a briefing and an update to members of the board. Motion was carried by a 5-0 vote to approve the settlement agreement on this matter. A copy of the agreement will be again with risk management. Nothing further to report on this matter. As to item A3, members of the board were provided with a briefing and an update. This was only for informational purposes concerning open future medical care on this workers' compensation matter, which has been approved and signed by a workers' compensation appeals board judge. Information in that regard also is available with risk management. Nothing further to report on that item. As to item number A4, I provided a briefing and an update to members of the board, along with Dr. Scavarna, also provided information to the board. By unanimous consensus, direction was provided to legal counsel. No reportable final action was taken, nothing further to report. As to item A5, which was a subsequent item added to the agenda, a briefing and update was provided to members of the board by Mr. Salbert and myself. By unanimous consensus, direction was provided to legal counsel. No reportable final action was taken, nothing further to report on that matter. Item B in the closed session agenda was not discussed. Closed session discussions concluded at 8:04 p.m. and that concludes my report.
Thank you, Ms. Copado. It is now 8:09 and I would like to move to adjourn tonight's meeting. May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call vote, Ms. Magaña,
Aye.
Ms. Gutierrez,
Aye.
Mr. Ramirez,
Aye.
Ms. Cabrera,
Aye.
and an aye for me as well. That motion is carried. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Night.
Good night.
Night.